What's up, guys? Welcome back. Amazing RC. It's your boy Brian, and I've got a little bit of information for you guys real quick. It's early in the morning. I'm actually pending going to work this morning, but as some of you may know, I get up at 4 o'clock every single morning, and I get my little butt down here, and I get my mad scientist on. Well, this morning was no different. The only difference this morning is that I burned up my SCX 24, and as some of you may know, it's kind of hard to get these right now. I actually had mine on, ordered it, paid for it. Money was in escrow somewhere with Horizon Hobby, and as soon as one came available, they took the money out of the account and sent me my SCX 24. I ended up with this little guy here. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Even though I burned it up, I love it. So you guys don't do the easy mistake that I made or possibly made. I still don't know exactly what did the whole fatal error here, but we're going to go over every bit of what I did, and you guys might be able to help me out, but I'm pretty sure it was the battery. So let's take you back to the very beginning and what made me tear this truck apart. So what I wanted to do was run my little FPV here. I've got this really cool little Fat Shark Scout. Love this thing. Great entry-level set of goggles from Fat Shark. So I've already done this. I've already run it. No problem. I got some really cool tubes, and I was going to make some tunnels, and basically I wanted to check and see if I could go through my thick cardboard tube tunnel and not lose any FPV signal. And I was getting some clips in and out. However, it was not inside the tunnel. And this was yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And I wanted to see if maybe it was something that I could maybe fix. So the very first thing I did was I went over the stock parts of the old SCX-24, and I came across our little battery here. And this little guy is a 350 mAh 2S, a little LiPo, okay, 30C. It's called a Reaction, and I'll tell you, this battery should have been called Reaction, because when I put this battery in, that's exactly what I got. So I figured, okay, let's upgrade the mAh and maybe the C rating. This one doesn't actually have a C rating on it, but let's up the mAh. I actually did a little bit of research and found out nobody, maybe one or two people, were putting a 3S battery in this thing with the stock ESC receiver combo. So I thought, well, we better not do that. So I got this little 2-cell LiLo, not a LiPo, but a LiLo. See what they actually call this on it. Lithium ion. This is a LiLo, L-I-L-O. Lithium ion battery, and I think that's where I made my mistake. Now, I had to swap out my little plugs here. Okay, I had a Dean's plug on our LiLo battery. Now, this is not a crap battery. This is a Reedy battery. This comes stock in the, oh God, what is it called? It's a little Team Associate. I think it's like a CR14. It's a little blue pickup truck that I had a while back. Since made the blue pickup truck into a drift truck, sold the drift truck, kept the battery. This is a good battery. I've had this in all kinds of stuff. We've run our C34, we've run our C24, we've run, we've run a lot of stuff with this battery. This battery's been with me for quite some time, and it works great. Never had a problem. However, this morning, after I put my new plug on, now I know that I've got some shrink wrap here that tells you it's black to red, and it's not. I've got black here to black, red to red. It shouldn't be a wiring issue. But we had an issue. So, just to tell you exactly where we were, I had my little Fat Shark here plugged in auxiliary. Now, before I had it plugged in channel 2, and I thought maybe that would be a bad idea, seeing as how channel 2 is usually set aside for an ESC. Let's say ESC receiver combo. So they left channel 2 open. Well, anyway, I threw it in auxiliary, because, well, that's exactly what this is. Then I popped in my new battery. Now, for purposes of demonstration, I'm not going to put this battery back in it, because this battery, I really wish I had the camera going, because the amount of smoke that came out of this ESC, I have never, we're talking Kevin Talbot smoke. I mean, this is some major problems here. So I stuck the battery in. Well, it's not only smoking. It's not all it did. Now, keep in mind, for this off, okay, no transmitter, no signal, ESC also off. Let me make sure. It is in the off position right now. So I plugged in the other battery, and this is what happened. Instantly, the car took off. Smoke billowing out of the ESC. It's not doing it now, and I'm assuming because I have the correct battery. I think this is a LiPo battery. It doesn't say on it right away, but it's the lithium. I think this is a regular LiPo battery. Not getting hot, nothing's happening, but this is not on. This is not. You can tell that the lights aren't on, okay? Now, if I turn it on, let's turn the transmitter on. There we go, we got power to the transmitter. Now let's turn the car on. We still go forward, but the lights come on and it allows me to turn. So we're getting receiver, signal to the truck. However, it should not run with the truck off. And it certainly shouldn't billow a ton of smoke out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out now. But nothing else is getting hot. Motor's nice and cool. And remember, we're off, no signal. Battery's staying nice and cool. ESC's fine. Steering servo's fine. We have no issues. Oh, by the way, this is not plugged in. So it's not like, the FPV camera's plugged in and that's what it's doing. So that's not the issue. Yeah, everything's nice and cool. I felt a little warm spot, but I think it was the friction from the tire. Nothing's warm. Nothing at all. So I'm assuming, and this is our warning to all of my people out there, because you are my peoples now. You guys show me a bunch of love. I'm going to try to show you guys some love back, because this is embarrassing. A lot of people aren't going to show you they did this. Amazing RC, old B Tucky here, we're going to show you our mistakes as well as our achievements, because I don't want you guys to do this. You can't even get one of these right now, let alone an ESC, but fear not. We made the mistake. This is still good. This is still good. Everything in here is still good except for our ESC receiver combo. Well, we just happen to have some really great ESCs and receivers in here. I'm going to throw an R6FG, out of the drawer right in here. Now we got it on our radio link. We're going to be able to have all kinds of adjustments, all kinds of really great stuff. And then I'm going to throw one of those little chipset, ESCs in here. I know it's not the greatest thing, but what that's going to do is it's going to save me a little bit of weight, because I'm telling you guys, I hate to run away from you, but I'll be right back. Watch how fast it is. And just like that, I'm back with a giant tube. Now, we get at the shop, we get awnings and all kinds of cool stuff for RVs that are really long. These are about 120 inches long. And if you guys can tell, you can see right through this little guy. Well, this little guy ends up fitting right in this little guy. And it would fit with the body too, plenty of room, but you can see where I'm going with this. And just to tell you, FPV does come right through this cardboard. So, very soon, we're going to have some really cool tunnel action. But I'm going to have to kind of refigure this out, put it all back together, and hopefully get a little bit better of a battery on there so that I can get some more juice to my FPV camera. Guys, this video was just to make sure that you don't make the same mistake I did. Like I said, these are hard to come by. Parts are like unicorns. So be real careful if you go swapping your battery out. Make sure you got the right stuff. Don't burn it up. I really hope you guys have a really good day. And for all of you out there in Texas and all these, I tell you, man, our heart goes out to all of you guys that have no power and you're freezing cold. So don't think we're not watching the TV and praying for all of you. We'll see you guys very, very soon with another video. It's Brian. This is Amazing RC.